Great. Public participation?
Yes, Vicky Fountas.
After hearing all that, I might not finish in 3 minutes, so feel free to stop me. Okay? Thank you, District Board 80, staff, community members, for giving me the opportunity to express myself tonight. For those of you that do not know me, most of you do not know me from the community, just a few familiar faces. I am Vicky Fountas. I was a teacher at District 80 for over 33 years until my retirement recently in August. First, I would like to thank our district for giving me the privilege of teaching here. It was an honor, a great honor. Okay? Sadly, in total disregard of all those years of service and the professional principles of which this district has excelled, I have been singled out and treated disrespectfully by our new superintendent. I have been demeaned and forced to plead for the compensation I have rightfully earned by accumulating 259 sick days prior to my retirement. Though this issue has thankfully been resolved, I am certain this has been resolved because of the board's direct intervention. The District 80 Board of Education has had the opportunity to view my emails to our superintendent, which he has yet to respond to me, and can attest to what I have said. Alas, it has become abundantly clear that our new superintendent has attempted to balance District 80's budget by targeting the older staff and trying to make their professional lives so unbearable that they have no choice but to retire or otherwise see their students suffer. If you were to review his actions leading up to the school year, for example, you would find that almost exclusively he moved old staff into new positions and different grades that they were not accustomed to in order to make their lives difficult and to try to force them to quit. In such instances, not only do the teachers suffer, but students do too. For the sake of my former colleagues and for the students of District 80 that we all care so deeply about, I have come here today to express my sincere but grave concerns. I humbly suggest that the Board of Education, community members, find the opportunity to visit the schools and view the effects these changes have had upon our staff and, more importantly, upon our students firsthand. ELL parents at Giles School especially should ask their kids or their children who is providing support for them this year, not only as prescribed by the Illinois State Board of Education, but expected of a district of such caliber as our own. There is nobody that's applying, that's giving support to the ELL kids at Giles. Though I am no longer a teacher at Giles or lead, I still consider myself a proud member of this community and of this district. I care deeply for the teachers and students here, and so do all of you. That is why we are here tonight. The superintendent has tried to take that pride away from me and is doing his best to try to take it away from others too. I refuse to sit by silently, waiting for him to inflict the same damage upon our teachers and our students that he has upon me. I ask that you all please take heed of what has happened to me and protect your teachers, your students, and our district from any further harm. Thank you and happy holidays to all of you. Sorry for taking up 3 minutes of your time.
Thank you, Vicki.
Yeah. Konstantinos Rapadas.
Come on now.
Gus, a.k.a. Gus.
Whatever you say.
That's a good Greek name.
You guys brought up that there was some damage done to some of the snowplow equipment, whatever, in the shed over there. I believe I'm more than qualified to repair that equipment. I would like to have the opportunity to repair that equipment to keep any kind of cost to the board. I'd also like to challenge anybody else that may have any type of certifications or skills that may help out with the fire alarms, as far as electricity, whatever needs to be done. I would hope that if someone has those certifications, those skills, can donate their time if allowable by the board or by the Board of Education or state, and not to limit us, to our village officials and our park districts as far as what they could do to help. Because we are not District 80 School Board, we are the Village of Norwich. And we need to act like the Village of Norwich. Everyone needs to come together. Whoever can help needs to help. It's no longer your problem or my problem. It's our problem. It's going to affect everybody. We've lost a couple good families last year because of the crisis in District 80. We're bound to lose more. We keep losing good families. What's going to be left? It's not going to be the Village of Norwich we know. So I hope everyone can come together. I hope you guys allow me to make the repairs that need to be done on the equipment. And if someone else has the know-how, has the certifications, whatever required, to help out with the expenses, I would hope they would do so.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Can we get your cell number?
I'm
Can we get your cell number?
We have it.
Yeah, you have it.
We have
All
it.
right.
Great. I mean,
Thank
if
you,
you,
guys.
if you could just for the Buildings and Grounds Committee, if you could just let Pat or know this way.
We will do.
So, great.
We will.
Anyone else on the list?
No one else on the list. Does anybody else want to take the opportunity to say what's on their mind, or once, twice?
I have a question.
Say something.
What's
that?
Tanya.
Tanya,
Tanya,
please
yeah.
sign in.
Tanya, if you could sign in, please, so it's for the record.
Tanya, please state your name.
Tanya Stage. This is more of a question. I know last year when we were in crisis trying to figure out how to make all the cuts necessary to balance the budget, everyone was on board and talking about fundraisers and grant writers and trying to find money. And is that still something that anybody is looking at doing? Because I feel like we went to grade centers and I haven't heard any more discussion about that. I guess nobody can
I mean,
answer my question.
You and the previous, and Christian talked about starting a foundation. So
The problem is that being a board member, we're limited to fundraising, and so it really will take somebody in the community or a group of parents in the community to band together to do fundraising. Unfortunately, the more research that we did into it, the more we realized even a fundraiser, they have to be paid, and we don't have any money for that. And it sounds silly to say that we would need to raise money to be able to get the fundraiser to raise more money, but that's what would need to happen, and that unfortunately is not something that I believe the board can do.
anyone else have a? Great, thank you, Tanya. Where are we at now?
Consent. Anybody else from the public?
Discussion, need a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion, I would ask for G, where it says LASIK for $14,144.05 to, I like more additional detail of the bill. I'm looking at the bill and it's very vague what the number comes down to. And so I would like us to direct the superintendent to get a more detailed billing of the $14,144.05. Does anyone disagree or want to agree to that?
No, that's fine.
So what I'm hearing is I'm going to pull the bill, seek more information, and bring that bill before the board at a later date and time, assuming that I've met the expectations of the board.
Yes. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Paletti?
Yes.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffel?
Yes.
Mr. Adasavich?
Yes.
Mr. Bellafiore?
Yes.
Mr. Viando?
Yes.
Motion to approve the consent agenda with the holding of the bill for G LASIK for $14,144.05. Discussion. Do we need to go to closed session? I believe you went over everything that you wanted to go over.
There was one issue I wanted to just bring to your attention.
And is it based on litigation or?
Potential litigation.
Okay. Discussion, need a motion to go into closed session for the possibility of litigation.
I'll make the motion.
I'm sorry, hold on one second. The motion to adjourn to closed session, discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, disciplining performance, and dismissal of specific employee and possible litigation.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Discussion, roll call please.
Mr. Viando?
Yes.
Mr. Ludston?
Yes.
Mr. Bellafiore?
Yes.
Mrs. Paletti? Yes. Mr. Adasavich?
Yes.
Mr. Stoffel?
Motion approved to go into closed session. We'll take a 1 minute break, immediate future longer.